welcome back to Lightning Lap 2007. Now things are starting to heat up. This is LL3, cars that cost between $60,000 and $120,000. We're knocking on the gates of supercardom. There are two Audis in the segment. First, the RS4 sedan. It's got the same engine as the exotic brother, the R8, but the RS4 is not as fun to drive. It's the heaviest car in this year's Lightning Lap, and that weight is its downfall. The RS4 has a tough time in the corners because its tires quickly become overloaded, and the four-wheel drive system isn't enough to overcome it. Now that's not the recipe for winning lap times. The R8 is Audi's all-new entry in the supercar club. Unlike the RS4, its four-wheel drive puts the power down remarkably well in the curves. But like the RS4, the R8 is a little quirky. Still, it's able to teach the 911 Turbo in the LL4 class a thing or two. Overall, the R8 did remarkably well, especially considering that this is an entirely new model. The Lotus Elise S has less than half the horsepower as the Corvette Zo6, yet it stayed in the race thanks to its mastery of the curves. Precise steering and brakes on top of street-legal racing rubber makes this Lotus a potent track weapon. Its vague gear lever made downshifting into second a little dicey, and that hurt its overall lap times, but still, there's no other car here that does so much with so little horsepower. The 911 GT3 used its normally aspirated flat 6 engine to reel in the second best lap time of the day, 3 minutes and 1.8 seconds. The fun part about the GT3 is that it performs as well at 70% of its capabilities as it does on the ragged edge. Especially competent through the twistier sections of the track, the GT3 has a superior combination of steering, brakes, shifting, and that fantastic exhaust note. The overall winner of the day and the first Lightning Lapper to break the 3-minute barrier is the Corvette Zo6. It was also the most improved from last year, shearing off almost 3 seconds from 2006. This is even more remarkable when you realize that the Zo6 didn't have the sticky racing rubber like the 911 GT3 and the Lotus Elise. Lightweight and massive power gave it an advantage on the straightaways. Improved rear shocks and great brakes made it easier to drive at the limit, allowing better launches out of the corners. The shifter is still clunky and slow, and the GT3 is by far more fun to drive, but it's hard to argue with this car's incredible performance and winning lap time of 2 minutes 58.2 seconds. Click to caranddriver.com for more Lightning Lap excitement. Next up, LL4. Nah, just kidding. There's only one car competing in the LL4 segment this year, so let's get right to it. The Porsche 911 Turbo is the iconic German supercar with as much performance heritage as any other car in this group. Having said that, this year's 911 was underwhelming on the track. It's a heavy car, and this doesn't help it in the curves. It's got plenty of power, but in the heat of the day that seemed to fade after just a few laps. The 911 Turbo was fast down the straights, but the R8 was in fact easier to drive fast. Now there are changes on the horizon for the 911 line. Soon we'll have the two-wheel drive turbocharged 911 GT2, and we'll have to see if that's the Porsche that can unseat the Zo6. I'm Larry Webster reminding you to keep it on the track and keep the sunny side up.